Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I want to do a couple questions from the function, relation, and mapping diagram, the Delta Math assignment that I put together. Um, Most of my students are good at determining when a mapping diagram is a function or not, but it's the other boxes that they kind of mess up on. So I'm going to start by showing you how to determine if something is a function or not. It's a pretty easy process once you've done it a couple times. All right, I'm going to take a picture so I can kind of write on this. All right, so I'm going to make this a little larger. Um, Basically, a function is anything that takes a input and assigns it, maps it, it converts it into one and only one output. But for some reason, when you first hear that, um, a lot of students don't understand exactly what that means. One of the things that I like for my students to do, and I'm going to do it here, is let me make this thicker. I tell them just to blot this part out because it doesn't matter what happens over there. What matters is what happens over here. So, and what you should be looking for is that every input has one arrow coming out. This one obviously doesn't. This has two arrows coming out, so that means it's not a function. And that's why, and that's how you're going to answer this question. You're basically going to go through and say one of the inputs has multiple arrows or multiple mappings. So now that we know that, let's go here and answer the question. First thing, it's not a function because there is one number, and the number in this case is one, in the input set that has multiple arrows or multiple mappings going to the output set, which is B. And then you just submit your answer. That's what you're doing. All right, let's show another question. All right, this one, I'm going to take a picture again, and I'm going to do the same thing. I am going to make this completely, come on. I'm going to just erase this part because it doesn't matter. When we're trying to determine if something is a function, we don't need to look at the output set. We need to look at the input set. Does every input have one arrow coming at it? Yes, yes, yes. So this is a function. Boom, done. Now, mapping diagrams are really effective for discrete relations. When you have a bunch of just numbers or variables, it's good for discrete relations. When you have continuous relations, it's not as easy, but mapping diagrams are good. So you should learn how to use mapping diagrams. So let me finish this up and then I'm gonna um, go. All right, so now it is a function and every input, so each number, every input in the input set has one arrow and only one arrow going to the output set. So output. All right, so that's all you're doing every time. The input and the output, they never change. It's the other three drop downs that you have to be careful of. All right, let me submit this. That's it. All right, so I'm going to stop and post.